So speaking of you being a bit of a I don't know, fashion Svengali, or maybe just a really like forward thinking kind of guy. As usual, I was scrolling
Backwards thinking.
Highsnobiety, okay?
Oh,
And I saw something that made me go, I feel like I've seen that before. I feel like I've seen somebody,
oh my
some
God.
sort of fat forward thinking Svengali say something like this before.
Pull it up.
All right, what do we
So,
got?
Highsnobiety has this new post that's like, why is everybody wearing these one sneakers? And I'm guessing that the whole article, other than kind of referencing, I mean, everybody knows that these sneakers are popular. Killian, it was my understanding that Highsnobiety is taking my low, like small soles is going to be the next trend thing. And
Yeah.
this is like Highsnobiety, for whatever reason, is cribbing my ideas. And it's not like I know things are in the zeitgeist. I know people talk about things. I can't imagine that I'm the only one with these insights. Of course,
Mhm.
I'm not. But it just feels like Highsnobiety is taking my ideas. And
It
when
feels
I
like consistently a
apply,
week or two after
I,
a
I
video of
apply for
yours,
the
they
role
make a
of
post.
social media manager at Highsnobiety, and they do not hire me. They don't even tell me they're not interested.
Why
But then they
hire you
take my ideas.
why hire you when you make the videos for free, Christian?
God, dude. So what can you tell me more? Tell me more about this.
Absolutely. Okay. So, hi, somebody. They say, why is everybody suddenly wearing Adidas Gazelles? You
Adidas.
mentioned in a recent video, you felt like obviously we were in the chunky shoe zone for a long
We were in the
time.
chunky sneaker era,
The
and
Balenciaga Triple S and Prada monoliths and Rick Owens
and
Mega Tooth, like all that, right?
and everything Rick Owens made for a
Yeah.
while, and of course the Fila instigators or whatever they're
Oh
called
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that we all wore.
Nuts. Oh,
We
every last one of us, yeah.
There is a picture, even though Killian and I just met the other day, there's a picture of the two of us a few years ago
Mhm.
modeling in our Fila's with the big chunky shoals together.
We were there. Yeah.
We were
We
both
were
got
on it.
Starbucks. Um,
So, I mean, they rightly, right, note that it does feel like there is this um rubber band going on back towards slimmer silhouettes, specifically the Gazelles. You have the Gucci collab, which is pictured right here. Going through,
mhm.
you've got kind of classic right here. I think they showed these Noah ones right here, Yoji Yamamoto. So basically, I feel like there was a time, these collabs, they go through cycles of
Mhm.
which hot silhouette. They're like, that's the one we do. Like everyone was doing Nike Dunks, right? And then it's like they move on to doing Air Forces or whatever the case is. It seems like everybody wants to make gazelles and buy gazelles,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
And I'll be honest with you. I usually confuse them for sambas. I
Sure.
don't know. The difference seems limited, like small to me, but clearly, high snobiety is not smart enough to come up with their own ideas. They take them from me. I am poor. I have been unemployed for months. Still, they steal from me. Um, or they could just say, "Oh, those sneakers are really popular. Okay, you're a loser."
Right,
They
right.
could say either of those things. But clearly, this is reinforcing the idea that. Well, my camera just went green for a second. This is reinforcing the idea that thin soles are the next thing. And I mean, it's easy enough, like at least for people listening who care about fashion, it's easy enough to say whatever is trendy, whatever is like the thing, the opposite of that will at some point
Mhm.
be in vogue. That is, it's like tale as old as time. So it's
Yeah.
not exactly an unbelievable take
Mhm.
to think of that, but I think it is going to happen. I think it's happening right now. Thin souls are the next soul.
But give us what high snobiety won't, right? They're just gonna say, "Oh, the people are wearing these lots." Do you have any thoughts on why that might be the case? Obviously, there's just the reactionary side of everyone's been doing this for this long. Let's start
Yeah,
doing this. But is
I
there any?
mean,
Yeah.
it's hard to. I mean, like I guess it's hard to say. Like I could come up with some fake answer of why this is novel, because like with Tucker Carlson being fired, it has made people start to consider how they step with their feet, and now they want to be closer to the earth. I think that there is a reality that fashion is driven by trends and kind of the way that people care about stuff. They things are interesting, and then we burn out and we become interested in the opposite. And the kind of like what I talked about in one of my videos, I basically argued that in a way, the way I see people kind of incorporating like these types of like the sambas or the gazettes, it's going to be with like kind of the kind of fluidity of silhouettes that we have now. Like when small soles were trendy the last time, basically, at least for men's fashion, everything was like slim. Everything was tailored. Everything was like, you got to have slim cut. You need your slim chinos with your slim polo and your slim J. Crew sweater.
And a pair of common projects.
And you wear your common projects.
Yeah.
But guess what?
You got like the peach ones, right?
Now.
Yeah. They're on Grailed for anybody that wants them.
I would say I should take them down, but I have no money. Like I need any amount of money that I can get. And people might look at my room and say, "You've got stuff." I'm selling this stuff. I've been selling stuff. Okay. Like I guess I still have a chair to sit in. I have my iconic Vasily chair, you know, so people remember who I am. I have my hair on my head, but
yeah. And
what am I even talking about? Long story short, if you want some fashion tips, I don't know why you people listen to this podcast, but if you want some fashion tips, one tip would be instead of buying those Fila with the big soles, well, to quote the Beastie Boys, "Rock my Adidas, never rock Fila," and that's the whole bar.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
You need. Actually,
that's all you need.
A surprising amount of style tips come from lyrics.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that I think that lyric came from like the year 1989 or something.
Listen,
so
pink ass polos with a fucking backpack.
With a fucking
Everybody
backpack.
knows I brought real rap back. You know?
Yeah. Nobody have swag. We're the Rat Pack.
I think if I had to throw my BS take out there, I do think there's like over the past couple years been this change going towards utility, right? You saw it with like Gorpy stuff coming in. There's this trend going, I guess if you could say it, of actual usefulness out of clothes and the clothes suiting the situations that people may find themselves in.
What?
And I think I own a lot of chunky shoes. I really like them. They are best for looking good. They're not very useful in many real life situations. You know what I mean?
I think like the opposite usually. Like if I have shoes with a thick sole, like let's say I have boots with a thick sole, they usually like have like tread. That's good for like the cold northeastern winters.
But that's specific, right? That's I think more like if I'm just going to work for the day where I'm going to be like walking all around and I'm doing stuff, I'm like carrying gear and stuff. When I'm dressing for those situations, I'm just throwing on like a pair of Nikes or whatever, something that are fairly thin-soled, whatever, move easily. You know what I mean?
Killian, are you telling me that you have a harder time moving your legs around when your shoes are big?
Yes.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I called Killian out earlier for being paraplegic. And there's nothing funny about being differently abled, but he is. And
I mean, that's true. I guess I should note when I say that my legs just don't work, period.
They don't work,
as you noted.
Yeah. That's what I noted when I met him. I'm like,
yes.
Your legs don't work. You know, it's a great way to imagine that. Just guys, imagine that for a second. We meet for the first time. Killian is in a wheelchair, and I say something horrendous about it.